Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. No Rhett here. So yeah, my video yesterday had no sound after about a minute because my headphones just died. They died. Those were awesome headphones. I really liked them. I liked them more for the aesthetic. I've actually had these headphones for a lot longer, and they're different because they have a wire that goes straight into the mic port, as opposed to other ones that were more USB headphones. But and these are much higher quality headphones. They actually feel a lot better on my head than the other ones. But I loved the look of them because I liked how when I turned my head, it would have the lights and stuff. So it's a bummer. Nothing lasts forever though. We are working on unit tests, npm run test, and we've already run some unit tests, and so we already have our coverage. Let me close this Cypress and pull in this index.html. Let's close that extra tab, and as you see, it looks better today than it did yesterday. Can't remember what we were working on yesterday. I guess it was probably this one. It's kind of a bummer that yesterday's video kind of died because let's see, and it is crazy. Like if I don't recognize the number, I don't answer it. Period anymore. And it's because of the bots, right? Because like the bots will just call you relentlessly, and then they sound like people, and it's just like there was a time when the phone. I was watching a show, and there was a time when like he answered the phone. The guy, actor, answered the phone, had no idea who was on the other end, just answered it. It's like if phones were like that today, there would be no phones. People would not. People would not answer the phone. I mean, we wouldn't. There'd be no point to phones because, honestly, if I get a call from a stranger, there's like literally 100% chance. 100% chance. Maybe it's not quite 100. Maybe it's more like 99. It's a percentage chance that this is someone who's calling that wants to do something bad to me, right? Even if they're trying to steal some money from me, they're trying to get me to sign up for something that won't be good for me. They're trying to convince me that something bad has happened. They're trying to scam me, stuff like that. Like the phone is literally just a tool that lets outsiders take advantage of you. That's the only reason for it to exist anymore. And so it's like, you know, and it tracks you constantly. It's just the only value it brings is that if someone that you care about wants to get in contact with you, they can do it, and then you can look, and it will tell you, oh, by the way, this is actually someone that you care about. So, man, that is just a technology that has just been ruined. But anyways, yeah, yesterday I really had leveled up with this setTimeout component, like understanding like binding and understanding how things should work and all that. Ended up being really nice. And the thing about this finalize initialization is it returns a function, and all this does is set a variable on this component to after init complete equals true. And I think the only reason, like I think there's some other system I can't remember, but I believe like the animation system, it's constantly running and it's looking to do updates, and if you change from one view to another view, there's a little bit of time in there where the component no longer exists, and then when that component no longer exists, and the new component hasn't quite been created yet, during that time, that's after init complete is false at that point, because we default it. But once we've processed it and we've set the width and height of the component to the height of the view that it's looking in, then it's ready to be animated. I believe that's what's going on here. Now, this code, I know that this set timeout is a bit triggering for some people, so I'm going to see if ChatGPT can help me with that. See if I can do something. Basically, it's just syntactic sugar. So some other Angular official function that basically does the exact same thing, but it will feel better to anyone who is actually reviewing the code. So let's do that real quick. Let's go in here. Yeah, it is 8:38, so I don't have a whole lot of time for that. Okay, so this Angular code. I kind of like doing this, and it kind of gives you a breakdown. Public to execute later. Here's why. Okay, so it thinks there's an issue. To delay the call itself. So I don't think it's right. So is there, all I was asking for, because it is working, right? If it wasn't working, I believe, like, let's just get rid of it. Okay, well, first, let's experiment. So I think what ChatGPT thinks is that it doesn't work, that there's something wrong with the code. Now, something is weird. Oh, silly. I didn't. Yeah, so it's working. Now, let's try this. Let's see. Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's not actually doing anything. If it's not actually doing anything, then I don't see any reason to even have it. But I don't think that this will work. I think maybe it causes a console log error. Maybe that was always the problem. Did not want to view source. Let's see, F12. That's the nice thing about using like an external keyboard. You just can hit the F12 button. Okay, so let's come back over here. Let's reload this thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Add viz. And then let's close that. Boom, update. Okay, now what? Okay, that's weird. Right, that's weird. It was working. That was working just a second ago. Oh, yeah, it does it. That was the whole point. The whole point was to prove that it is working. Okay. Okay. So the code works. Basically a visualization is rendered when I have this code, but if I comment the code out, it doesn't work. I think the code is fine from a functional perspective. I really enjoy interacting with ChatGPT like this because like it kind of helps me work on my words, on being able to express myself. Runs right away before it even does anything. Well, see, that's the thing is it's upset. Well, oh, I see. Oh, I see. This is the finalize. This is the call it calls. And it's not call, this is the function that it calls. That clears it up. Yeah. That means, yeah. Okay. It is actually correct. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Was just trying to. There is a more appealing. Seems to trigger some people. Way to write this and using Angular 20. Always raises eyebrows. Yeah, that's true. Even when it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, it freaks people out. They get emotionally jarred by the whole thing. Um, you've got a couple cleaner options to avoid the less hacky vibe. Okay, yeah, that is the best. It's just a hacky vibe, bro. Bro, you're putting out a hacky vibe, but accomplish the same thing. Run after the view is stable effect. Option one, use ng zone on stable. Okay, so I think I want to be zoneless. Okay, so let me. Okay, so I don't know how. Okay, I do want to talk about option one. So, so I think Angular is moving towards zoneless. So it seems like I should avoid option one. Option one. Now I could be wrong here, or I could be right. So let's see. Thinking. And today is the best I've felt in a long time. Exactly, you're right. Angular 20 is pushing hard towards zoneless change code and will eventually become legacy. Leaves you with two really future proof. And the oh Lord, I wish that was true. If only that was true. There is no future proof approach. So there's this change detector ref. This is a new API built. So we have been trying this. I felt like we had tried this, but or to ng after view and net. Okay, so that is a good idea too. But the problem is that this one just runs over and over again. I believe after okay, so okay, I don't think this is happening. So I don't think ng unstable. Okay, so I don't think after view of it init does what we want. And I think that because, like, I think this is outside of, okay, so I don't think, okay, so I think that this solved by after view init because the code is triggered by a single signal, and I believe the view init hook is already fired. That makes total sense. If you're is triggered by a signal after it's already been initialized, the view is indeed too early. Only runs once. This I hate how they're saying this because this is not future proof. I think that's a lie. So, but after any change detection cycle, so it kind of seems like this is what we want to do. This CDR after render. I feel like that will make that this would work better. And if you make, like, I'm writing this code, I'm not being reviewed, it doesn't matter. But and I know that this is good, that there's nothing wrong with this, and in all likelihood, if we look in there, we're going to find out they're doing the exact same thing that the set timeout is. But this is like kind of, I guess, what the kids these days in the U.S. would call a safe spot, safe zone, safe space, where I can play around with these things and deal with this stuff. And either I can fight the world of set timeouts, a dinosaur thing for old people. You can either fight that battle, which, you know, like, I can't win the battle of I'm not old. Yes, I'm old. But it is a perfectly reasonable solution. And I'm pretty sure that in here they're doing the exact same thing. But instead of that, it probably makes more sense to just use the CDR after render. instead. Now, all of this returning functions and all that don't make any sense because it's literally running the function that it gets. So, you know, so this is like kind of returning a function and all that for this is not. But let's see. We'll unwind that if that is in fact the case. So basically, your logic stays the same. Just replace. Okay. So isn't saying that this is future proof a bit short-sighted? Not cited, cited. Right. Future proof is always a relative term. Software, especially frameworks like Angular, still evolving. Really, the Angular. So really, the better way to put this is the current best practice. Don't you think? Now I'm glad ChatGPT doesn't seem to get offended or get its feelings hurt. So I wouldn't say this to a person, but I do want to understand. Yeah, so it is basically a best practice. All right, so so I think change detector ref, I believe, is this. For some reason, one of my cats is over there crying. Okay, so I don't need this anymore, it looks like. And I would guess that change detector ref is probably something in here. And then let's mouse over, see what it is. It's declared. Change is a base class that provides change detection functionality. A change detection tree collects all views that are to be checked for change. To use this method, to add, remove views from the tree. It'd be interesting to understand what that tree is. Initiate change detection and explicitly mark views as dirty, meaning that they have changed and need to be re-rendered. So I don't think that's technically what I'm doing, but, and then I think it is, but it's a class. All right, so how do I use change detection? Question mark. Okay, so I can. It looks like it's a. See, it's a. So I can get an instance of this class. I believe I can use the inject for that. Use inject for that. Inject. Instance. Okay, so yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm already using inject. Okay, so. And I guess people call it CDR. And then that is a change detector ref class. And I would like it to give me an instance of the change detector ref class. And then I tell it that I want. Now, I would love to understand why maybe, yeah, I don't understand why you have to do the same. I can't wait till the first day I see something where this is different than this. And that would be a fun rabbit hole to go under. Now it's saying that I can do this instead of my setTimeout. And I guess I need to do this.cdr. Well, so they're not doing it as, oh yeah, they are. So I don't know. Oh, so they actually get an instance inside of oh, I've never seen that. So they're getting an instance inside of here instead of okay, can I set CDR as a component attribute? So that's the official way to say the word of one of those attributes or those properties at the top. I think it might be slash property. But there's some nuances depending on how you get it. Yeah, so you can also use, yeah, so I'm kind of doing something like that. Oh, no, yeah, okay. So I'd rather have it at the component level, but since I have it at the component level instead, oh shoot. Okay. So I'm seeing this error. Oh my gosh, you stink. What? And it won't let me hit right click on it, so I'm gonna hit Control C. Does not have an after render. This method was introduced in Angular 16 and has since been deprecated. You should use after render effect. Which, oh, we have been trying that. Okay. All right. So that was a good thing. So that was a whole sort of rabbit hole, the using the CDR. Now I don't know why he has CDR changed when we have that. Okay, so why are creating a CDR in the last approach? Oh, okay, so it's not used. Okay, good. So we just want to pull this in instead. So we want to, and I feel like we tried this before and it didn't work, but it's definitely the wave of the future, I feel like it reads so much better. And then, so it's saying I can just replace the whole thing with this. And then I can avoid the whole creating a function and all that. I mean, I'm still creating a function, but see, we're getting the function and executing it all in one fail swoop. So let's just see if it works, though. First question is, will it compile or transpile? Yes. It looks like our unit tests are in fact running. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess it was upset in there. So let's go to this view here. Let's reload. So it's very upset about something. See, I think this is probably related to the... Okay, so let's close this. Reload. Inspect, go back to the console, reload, see if something's breaking in there. Yeah, so I think that had more to do with just the transpiler than anything else. Ooh, did not like it. It didn't work. All right. I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know. I don't care. I do think this is the future. Apparently, there's some little weirdness, and it's not quite working right. Does not surprise me in the least. This kind of thing happens all the time. It's just one of those things you have to sort of just, it's kind of just what happens when you're at the very front of the stack in the technology. Not everything works the way as advertised. Everything in software, in my experience, has always been like sort of a one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, one step back, sort of reality. So we, as they make things better or as they advance things, things get kind of broken. They don't think through. Not every sort of edge case is thought through and all that. So for now, this is where we're at. It is 8:59, so I gotta go. Have a great day, everybody. Happy coding. Bye.